Be fine. So that can see.
Because as per that, so this is great, Madam. The attendance. Thina kuba abantu abayi-2 kuphela. Hello. Hello,
Mutaka started Nagiso.
All right, can we please get settled? We are 1 minute away from our usual starting time. If we could just get settled. The sound is not good. Am I audible? Am I audible? Can I get an indication from people online? Those who are online, are you able to connect with us and hear us? I see there's a hand. Who's checking the online for me, please, guys? Okay. On silent mode. Well done. Yeah. Well done.
Well done.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the table. Okay. Good evening. Let me first greet my beloved guests, the panelists who have honored the invitation this evening. Let me greet the residents at home, those who are connected online, on all social media platforms and radio stations. Ladies and gentlemen, Welcome to my weekly show known as The Talk with the Speaker of Council. My name is Nonceba Molwele and I am the Speaker of Council. Today is another powerful session where we get to learn and teach our communities. Before we start, let me take this opportunity to thank our host and partner. I'm not sure whether he has arrived. Oh, he just walked in. Let me thank him, Dr. Fundile Nyati, for providing us with this platform. Let me thank our radio partners, Josie FM, Eldos FM, Alex FM, Chai FM, and Pulse FM, who continue to support us in our endeavor to educate our communities on various topics relating to council business. We started this kind of communication with our residents during the hard lockdown 2020, between March and April. And we were very consistent every Wednesday without fail. We were educating our communities on different topics with the partners that I have mentioned, particularly Dr. Fundile Nyati. Please do follow me on my own social media page, which is Nonceba Molwele on Facebook, and at speaker_COJ on Twitter, as we are live on these platforms. We are also live on the City of Johannesburg Facebook page, which is at City of Joburg. Fellow Joburgers, tonight is a bittersweet moment for me, and I guess for all of us who have been participating on this session. As this is our last civic education engagement for the term. And oh man, what a journey it has been. It has been a journey. At the beginning, it has not been easy, as we had to adapt to the new normal of communicating with our citizens. Thank you to all our partners and viewers for supporting and joining this engagement, not only tonight, as I said, but every Wednesday since we have started. We really appreciate. We also appreciate the comments from our followers. They have really built us and made us to be on our toes as the representatives of the City of Johannesburg. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at the peak of the election season, and as we continue our civic education series, I thought it was important to bring together all political parties in council to present their manifesto, which is ultimately their promise to the residents of Johannesburg, so that the communities of Johannesburg understand what to expect from the parties that they decide to vote for. So ngesikhosa sithi elamanqamu namhlanje. Yeah. Tonight we have powerful guest speakers, as they are the speakers who will be representing their political parties in council, or who are representing currently, because we only invited parties that are currently in council. So we could not invite the other parties who are still going to be in council in the next term. It makes sense. All right. We will work out slightly different, as the engagement will be hosted by our long-time civic education partner. So I actually said, I don't want it to be perceived as conflicted, Doc. So Dr. Nyati will be facilitating the engagement tonight. Mushe from Josie FM was also supposed to facilitate as usual, but we have received an apology. He won't be able to facilitate. However, we shall send the conversations to Josie FM after we have concluded the session here, so he won't be able to be part of the session. I also thank each and every leader who is present this evening. I know that you are very busy. You are all on the ground campaigning for the elections, and the elections the date is just around the corner. But I do appreciate that you made time to be here this evening. We really appreciate that you honored this commitment. Without further ado, today our panelists consist of AC. When I call you, because some of the panelists are not here at the front, just raise your hand just to indicate that you are present. For our participants also who are not currently or who are not present or physically present here, if you could just raise your hand as I call your name or your party. ACTP, we have Councillor Norman Fanam Konza. Is ACTP here? Not yet, okay. From AIC, we have Councillor Margaret Arnolds. Okay. From the ANC, we were supposed to have the mayor, Councillor Mpomwerane. He has apologized because he is still stuck at the engagement. But we have Councillor Matsidiso Mfikwe on behalf of the ANC. On behalf of Al Jama, we have Councillor Tapelo Ahmad. Okay. COPE, we have Councillor Tom Mufugeng. The three councillors I've called are also MMCs. From EFF, it was said we have Nontlanhla Khatebe, but I see Councillor Musehla is here. Councillor Musehla. And who Lilizelad? So Councillor Musehla is popular here. So IFP, we supposed to have Councillor Mlungisi Mabaso. I haven't seen him. He's running late. Okay, we will acknowledge him as he arrives. From Patriotic Alliance, we have Councillor Ashley Saulus the First. On Spaizani. From the UDM, we have Councillor Tandiwe Nontenja. Is Councillor Nontenja here yet? Not as yet. All right. All right. Thank you very much. You are all welcome. Our panelists, the citizens. Oh, my word. Okay. All right. On Spaizani. Okay. I jumped the DA. My apologies. From the Democratic Alliance, we have Councillor Mpopaladzi. How could I? Sorry, Councillor Paladzi. Thank you very much. You are most welcome. We are really honored to have you here. And the citizens of Johannesburg are looking forward to hear from you. It must be noted that we have an apology from the Freedom Front Plus. We had also invited Freedom Front, so unfortunately they are unable to join us tonight. Without wasting time, because we want to hear from our panelists, we want to hear their manifestos, the citizens are waiting to hear from you. I don't want to waste more time. Let us get straight into it. And let me hand over to Dr. Fundile Bele Nyati. Over to you, Doc. Yeah, the mic has to be adjusted. Yeah.
Evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not used to being in places where there's a lot of protocol. So I'll just say all protocol observed. And let's get into the business of tonight. And the business of tonight really is about ensuring that all of the parties that are represented in council are able to share with the citizens of this city what is it that they promise to do, and whether what they promise to do is actually something that the people out there are actually interested in hearing. So my role here is just to be a neutral person. I am not aligned to anybody. And even on the 1st of November, my vote will be a secret. So I'm just here to facilitate the discussion. So we will call each party, give them 2 minutes to actually summarize what is it, just their manifesto, the key points from their manifesto. Now, what I wasn't sure of, Speaker, do we go through according to the alphabet, the letters of the alphabet, the first, or we just randomly pick up people? Okay. All right. I will do that. All right. I think to kickstart this discussion, I'm going to start, with the Red Berets, the EFF. Please, the representative of the EFF, you have 2 minutes to give us, an overview of what your manifesto is all about. Why should people choose to vote you on the 1st of November?
Thanks very much, facilitator. Our manifesto is based on the land issue, since our slogan is land and jobs manje, meaning now. So we would like to see the municipality giving land to our people, because government is failing to give houses and service sites to our communities. That's one. Secondly is to see the economy of the municipality growing. And that can only be achieved if we are to localize businesses. Make sure that our city buys from local businesses. And it must be a forced. It must be a way in which government is instructed to purchase their goods and services from our local businesses. We also want to see, in terms of education, it starts very young. We want to see all our wards having crèches. And one can question to say, but these ones don't know what they're talking about. Education, it's a provincial or national competency. It starts here. It's the municipalities that gives licenses to these institutions. It's them again who must look after their welfare. Security. We are not secure as residents of Johannesburg, especially. We know what's happening day and night, especially with the issue of drugs and abuse of alcohol. The other issue that we would like to see is that we need to make sure that corruption is rooted out. And corruption, facilitator and the audience, starts very small. You get invited, facilitator, and be told that you must bring 4 audience members. You bring 4 audience members. And other people bring 20 audience members and others bring a rally. That's how corruption starts. It starts very small. It starts very small, and before you know it, you have your hand in the jar, and you can't remove it from the jar.
Yes.
And that's what we want to get rid of.
Yes. 30 seconds for you.
All right. Let me speak to the issue of health, which is our clinics, which when we came in, we rendered a motion that was passed that says clinics must open extended hours. We must have mobile clinics. We must have doctors at those clinics. But lastly is the issue of fire engines and fire hydrants, which are not there in our municipality, and would like to see them being brought back. I can't speak of the decay of infrastructure, the potholes. That's a daily bread that must be consumed by the municipality. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, we've heard from the Red Berets. I think the next person, representative that I'm going to be calling is from the PA, Councillor Ashley Sauls, the first. Yeah. Right, you've got exactly 2 minutes.
I'm not on.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me? Yes. All right. I need to hear myself. Ozbaizani. So the Patriotic Alliance, I must state to everyone listening and all our viewers that the Patriotic Alliance is the only party that is not in its totality made out of career politicians that specializes in the art of politics, which is actually the art of deception. But we are made up out of community activists that specializes in the heart of politics. At the heart of politics is putting people first. At the heart of politics is a government that cares, a government of truth and transparency, a government that places people above pockets, that places principles above profits. As such, when we look at the city and what all the governments that has been ruling or governing this city, it is in such a hopeless state. Therefore, our party, the Patriotic Alliance, is the last hope. We are calling for patriots. And when you look at the situation, you must admit, I can't, but we can. We can. What will we do as the Patriotic Alliance when we take government come the 2nd of November? What we will do is we will bring God back into schools. That's number one. Number two, all undocumented foreigners will have to go home. Number three, we will bring all municipal debt to zero. We will start over. We will start over. We will reduce crime. We will create jobs. And then because the mayoral campaign that I've embarked on as the PA, we are the only party that does not speak of people's needs from reports or statistics, because there's nothing wrong with reports or statistics, but at times the reality is that those reports, there's such a huge disconnect between what the report says and what the daily living experiences of our people are. So as a result, we've decided we are going to go and sleep in people's homes so that we get to understand and speak of the needs of the residents of this city from their daily living experiences. And we have found, which is now part of our manifesto as well, we found that we need to, because of what I've seen when sleeping over, we have seen that in terms of the housing issue, people needs to get their title deeds.
Your time is up, sir.
You
For
never
now.
said 30 seconds. Like you did to me.
Okay, I'm giving
That's
you
how
30
corruption
seconds.
starts.
Okay. All right, you've got 20 seconds. You've just used the 10.
We've also realized the importance of looking after the elderly. This city has neglected the elderly, where old people has to wake up 5 o'clock in the morning, go to a clinic and only get help at 9 o'clock and still being told there's no polls. We also need to prioritize young people. And then we need to look at rebuilding the arts and the entertainment industry in the city of Joburg. I thank you. Onspaizani.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. AIC, Margaret Arnolds. Your time starts now.
I think that the director is definitely from the Eastern Cape. He says Margaret. That's where I'm from. Good evening, everybody. I think the African Independent Congress will not stand here or say to voters that we are promising you anything. But as the African Independent Congress, we know that there are things that needs to be done within the city. And yes, we will do those things. We know that unemployment is very high. How are we going to deal with unemployment? We will deal with unemployment by getting rid of labor brokers. We know that that is the problem within unemployment. We also know in the areas that we come from, and sadly, all of us, it used to be a so-called colored issue, but it happens to be now an issue that is there for all of us, is the issue of drugs. And why? Drugs are there, and why are our kids abusing it? Because of the unemployment. Our kids first become runners, and then they first become runners, and then they become users. Thus, we also know that we need to deal with the root of drugs, which is the drug dealers. Health. What is the AIC saying about health? Yes, we've heard the Red Berets, we've heard everybody saying that we need to have 24-hour clinics. Yes, it is true. But maybe we should look at having trained people that are there in our clinics, in our hospitals, and this is what the AIC will do, is to ensure that we have trained people to do these things. There's a saying that says you need horses for courses, and that is what we will do. Secondly, we also know that we cannot come here and promise you things that is not our competence. We can only say to you, we will deal with issues that are close to local government and not issues that are within the province and that are national issues. We will deal with those when we are in the legislature and when we are in national government. The AIC wants to say to you, as I sit down, vote for us, because we are the only party that will be there for you when you need us, because we are not making promises. We are saying to you, come to the AIC where we and you will not be separated, but we will all do it together. I thank you.
Thank you. Nice and brief. All right, the next one will be IFP. Please, yeah. I'm coming to the other parties. All right. All right.
I know I'm
all right. You have only 2 minutes.
I'm alone here, so I'm not, I'm not expecting anyone to clap hands for me. How long?
2 minutes.
How?
Yeah, it's just 2 minutes, and you'll have an opportunity to answer certain questions later. But for now, it's more like your elevator pitch. 2 minutes. Tell us why people should be voting for you.
Okay, thank you very much, and greetings to all the colleagues here. The Ifp Manifesto comprises of 7 points that are solutions which seeks to provide solutions to the people of Johannesburg, and this will serve as a binding mandate to the IFP candidates upon the elections. One is good governance and fighting corruption. The second one is creating of jobs and growing the local economy, uninterrupted service delivery, human settlement, public transport, public safety, and gender-based violence. In good governance, we are saying the good governance begins at the municipal level, where decisions over resources allocations and management have a direct effect on the people's life, and people need trustworthy leaders. In this regard, the IFP will fight the scourge of corruption that robs the people of their constitutional entrenched right, deliver good governance and accountability in every municipality, establish a genuine, effective and transparent system of process citizens on the complaints and developmental issues on their regular basis. On the unemployment, poverty and inequality, we are saying we'll prioritize job creation in all municipal investment projects, encourage municipal entities to invest and source from the local businesses, prioritize issuing of operational licenses, permits, and funding applications for local entrepreneurs, provide increased access to information and communications technology, including Wi-Fi's for township businesses, focus on a comprehensive and inclusive expanded public works program, and the insourcing of essential workers in the municipality. On the issues of human settlement, we are talking on fast-tracking issuing of title deeds to eligible beneficiaries so that they have legal ownership of their homes, convert all apartheid single-sex hostels into habitable units, including family units, publicize the housing waiting list, continue providing service stands for citizens, expand, expediting and upgrade of the informal settlements program, fast-track the issuing of approving plans for self-building project, formalize and upgrade informal settlement, ensure contractors produce work of acceptable quality and the use of material of approved standard. Reclaim our inner city and ensure regular inspection of our buildings in the inner city to enforce adherence to safety regulations and reclaim hijacked buildings to provide access to housing and student accommodations to our residents.
Thank you. Your time is up.
Thank you very much.
All right. All right. Aljama, Tapelo Amat, Aljama. Yes.
It's very simple. We are tipping the scale to create access to opportunities. We are not here to make promises, but we are committed to deliver. We are an alternative voice to improve service delivery, a voice to accountability in terms of governance, how to run governance.
Yeah.
We want to advance digitization because we are in a digital era where we curb a digital device, which is a new race to our communities.
Yeah.
Those who do not have access will be marginalized on the basis of the access to the digital world. An alternative of an economic system where we want to curb it through partnerships with private sector, active citizens, civil society, to work together with the government to curb that economic crisis, to create opportunity to adequate human settlement, to redress the special injustices of the past through allocating adequate lands or densification of human settlement, prioritizing in housing,
15 seconds.
prioritizing in health sector. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. All right. I said 15 seconds. You still had 15 seconds to go. He is done. All right, there's no corruption here. All right, okay, let me not waste time. I'm going to ask Councillor Mfigwe. I'm going to give you strictly 2 minutes, but 15 minutes before the end of your time, I will tell you 15 seconds. 15 seconds, 15 seconds. Councillor Mfigwe.
Thank you very much. Good evening to my fellow panelists, and thanks, Doc, and to the speaker for the opportunity to talk to our voters. As the African National Congress, we don't make promises, but we make a pledge that respect goes a long way as well. I guess we need to start by pledging that people must be respectful in how they engage with other people. We've listened to party leaders. We never became disrespectful to them. And I'm just saying for the discipline of the House, Doc, I'm not taking it from my 2 minutes.
Okay. All right. I'm counting Councillor Mfikwe.
We're starting now in counting.
No. All right. Can you go ahead now?
I was saying that the ANC is not promising anything, but we are making a pledge that we are going to work together with our communities to deliver better to them. We will build Joburg to be a city in the continent that all of us are proud of, that is taking care of our hopes and dreams. We are going to continue ensuring that the city of Joburg becomes an innovative city, a financially sound, including a well-governed city. We commit that together with our voters and our communities, we'll build a strong city. We are noting that we are strong as the weakest link. But we will work with provincial government and national government to ensure that we build the economy of the city given the impact of COVID, including ensuring that we work at cushioning our communities that were devastated by the COVID-19 pandemic, including protecting vulnerable communities, talking about dealing with GBV, drugs, including other problems that could affect our vulnerable communities. We will deliver services promptly and very consistently through the district development model. We also want to work with our communities in building safer, including healthier communities. Noting that together with our communities, we will fight crime, because we've realized that depending on the state to fight crime when parents are harboring their criminal children is not going to help. Let us work with them to fight drugs and alcohol abuse, including the scourge of GBV. We will together sort out the issues affecting communities in terms of shelter and food security. Rooting out corruption and all forms of nepotism is our clarion call. Good governance and making our municipality financially viable remains our anchor. Thank you very much.
All right. All right. We've got an ACDP councillor, Mkonza. He's connected via Zoom. So can we give him 2 minutes? Can you guys facilitate that he talks to the people of this city?
Private law enforcement as well as community organizations working with the JPD, also investing in smart policing. Thirdly, we will give you a caring city, a city that recognizes that the poor will always be among us and that they need to be supported with programs that facilitate their social mobility. And so we will put those programs in place so they will get out of poverty. Number 4, we will be a business-friendly city through giving the business sector a functional city so that they can grow the economy and create the much needed jobs in Johannesburg, but we'll also improve how we interface with the business sector through various solutions. We'll also give residents an inclusive city through different modalities to the provision of housing, including serviced sites, including low rentals, rent to buy options in mixed development, in mixed use developments and mixed income developments. And then we will give residents a well-governed city through an e-governance platform. And then we will give residents a smart city to bridge the digital divide and ensure that everyone is functional in the COVID dispensation. Thank you.
Thank you. Right. Is the ACDP person ready to join us on Zoom? Is Councillor Norman Fana Mkonza ready to join us? Yeah. All right. Whilst waiting for Councillor Mkonza, UDM, do we have somebody from UDM? All right, then if he's ready, let him go ahead. But can we hear him though? No, that's my face there. All right, I think let's move on because we can't get the voice coming through there. Okay, UDM, do we have somebody from the UDM? Councillor Tandiwe Nontenja? Okay, they are not here. That's good.
Here.
All right. All right. No. Good in the sense that we've got more time to give to other people. All right.
Can you hear me?
All right. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on. All right. There are a lot of people who have joined online. So I'm going to ask Sipho to actually read some of the comments or questions that have that are. Oh, all right. I didn't see Cope. All right. Oh, okay. AIC and Cope, I see already there's some, coalition coming up there. All right, Cope, you've got 2 minutes. After that, we will go to the questions from the online audience. You've got 2 minutes. It's 1914.
Ayhule, Congress of the People, Ayhule. The best will always be the last to speak.
All right. Let's go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, Councillor Molwele, for arranging this beautiful talk. As Congress of the People, you will all know that we are a party that has passed the test of time. We are a party that believes that we are incorruptible, we are reliable, and we are also accountable to the citizens of this city. We have all heard about other parties talking about the smart city. But we are actually emphasizing that is what Johannesburg need. We need everything that happens in the city to go digital. There is no reason for us to to be having incorrect water accounts. We want to make sure that those things goes digital. We want to make sure that policing goes digital. Our police must go around and be able to see where has crime happened and all those kind of things. We need our police to walk around with cameras and everything to make sure that they combat crime by so doing.
You got 15 seconds.
Having said that, 15 seconds.
Yes. For your 2 minutes.
No. Now, we are, to solve the problems of the city, we believe that we have to make sure that the economy of the city grows. How is the economy of the city going to grow? We believe that small business and informal traders give about 47% of labor. So if we are a smart city, we have to look into that and make sure that we concentrate in strengthening everything that has to do with the economy of the city. But I would like to say, the issue of housing and the issue of
your 15 seconds is up now.
And the city and the issue of the buildings that have cracked and all those things are attended to. And we are saying this because we are responsible for Region A, and then service delivery in Region A is the best than in any other region. That
thank you, sir. All right. Is there any party besides ACDP that I haven't called? All right, is he now able to speak? Is Mkonza now able to talk? All right, what we're gonna do now, we're gonna ask people randomly, in the audience here to pose a question, to any of the panelists. All right, so I'll start. You can just raise hands. All right, sir. With a red star, a quick question, not a comment, a question.
My question will be posed to. Okay. My question is on. Okay.
Sir.
My question will be posed to Progressive ANC and to ask MMC, how are you best going to do to make it a point that the pledge that you have made, you won't change and you are going to remain and respond within a time frame of time, within 24 hours in any issue that is being reported by the residents of the Johannesburg.
Thank you. Councillor Mpikwe, the question is to you.
Okay, thank you very much, and thanks for the question. Firstly, the ANC, as part of its principles, is that our councillors must stay where they are voted in. That's the first one. Number two is that they have to be available 24 hours, 7 days to service their communities. That is the commitment that we've made to the residents of Johannesburg.
Okay. Thank you. All right. You be answered? I think I'm going to allocate 1 minute for an answer. 1 minute for an answer. So you've got 30 more seconds, Councillor Mpikwe.
We are actually been developing a call center that will be driven by the ANC itself in ensuring that we do monitor engagement and responsibilities that our councillors are going to be doing to our communities. As part of my last point, I know the minute is not yet over. The last point is that as per principle that we've adopted as the ANC, is that our councillors must call quarterly meetings with their communities to give feedback on activities that they would have performed in council, and that will be strictly adhered to. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. There is a hand from a DA gentleman there. All right. All right. I'm going to go. Yeah. No. Yeah. There's somebody wearing a DA. Yeah. Right.
Well, good evening, everyone. My question goes back to the ANC. It's a simple question and straightforward. I just need to know, with your powers in government for so many years, what is your explanation for this decaying city that we have currently? Thank you.
The question is, what is your answer as to why there is a decaying city after so many years in governance?
Thank you very much, and thank you for asking that question. That shows the weaknesses of the DA itself. We had plans to renew the inner city in 2016, then the DA took over, and all those plans were shelved.
Please respect the panelists. Thank you.
All those plans were shelved by the accidental mayor because he thought that empowering Black communities and empowering a Black child is an accident, like he was made an accidental mayor. He shelved all those programs and he called them vanity programs. We had a very good plan. Probably we might need to go back and check what was the city planning to do with the bad buildings. And he actually ring-fenced them to benefit what we termed and found out that they were his Jews friends in the inner city. So he shelved all those plans. So we are saying, with the mandate that we are asking our community communities to give to the ANC. We will bring back that program to the table, and we will work at renewing the inner city.
Thank you. Thank you. There is a question from Patriotic Alliance here. A question for Patriotic Alliance here.
My name is Sopheline Fernandez from El Dorado Park. I think I've got 3 questions,
No.
but I know I have only one.
Yeah.
So I'm going for the ruling party at the moment.
Yeah.
MMC, my greatest concern, where has the ANC's compassion gone to for their people? Number 2, in the most trying time in South Africa, the Minister of Health, in the most trying time that South Africa has faced, he was suspended because of fraudulent activity. So how are you going to eliminate that, my dear MMC?
Thank you. Another minute to Councillor Mfikwe. They say the ruling party has lost compassion, and how do you bring back that compassion?
No, that's very nice. Thank you very much. Let us appreciate the attention given to the ANC. We really appreciate it. Starting with a Dr. Mkhize question. When we found out about that issue that you're raising, my sister, he was duly removed from cabinet. As a don't respond to me. As a measure that the president has made the commitment to deal with corruption and malfeasance, he was removed. The case is still on. The SIU is dealing with the case because we are very clear, without fear or favor, we will deal with corruption. We will deal with malfeasance.
Thank you. Thank you. The minute is up.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All right. There is a question from EFF there, a lady with a khaki. Okay, one of those. I can warn that. Okay, a question from EFF.
Potso ya ka e directed to EFF. Ke a utlwa la bua la re le tlo fana ka mesebetsi. Ke kopa le re fe plan of action ya lona in terms of mesebetsi ye ho ba re kgathetse ke taba ya hore batjha ba bantse ba fuwa di internships tse leng hore ha di ba tswele mmutsula. So
the question is, how are you going to ensure that those who are unemployed get jobs? Yes. You've been talking, and other people are talking about internships. They want to know what is the plan of action to ensure that there are jobs. EFF.
Thanks very much, facilitator. Pillar M of the EFF in our manifesto speaks of municipalities on the youth. We are going to have skills training centers for our youth linked with government departments and private companies, where after training these youth, we are going to have them placed. And it's a commitment, not a promise or a selling out of our manifesto to our community. So we are going to make sure that our youth get employed, but firstly by being trained and being trained properly.
Thank you. All right, there's a gentleman there at the back, right? AIC. Yes.
Thank you very much, facilitator. Good evening to everybody. My name is Mshongo from African Independent Congress. My question is going to be directed to Councillor Arnold. Councillor Arnold, I've just heard all political parties that are here talking, but I've never heard their plans in dealing with this second pandemic in South Africa of GBV. How is the AIC going to deal with the GBV issue? Thank you.
Thank you. Nice, short and sweet.
Wow. I love the question.
How are you going to deal with the problem of gender-based violence, which is a big problem in this country?
Okay, firstly, gender-based violence, and I'm a survivor of gender-based violence. I do believe that, you know, everybody has a way of dealing with this issue. It's like we make placards, we make posters, we go to the police station, we do all these things. We do not ask the victims, how do we want to deal with the issue? One, the AIC will ensure that every police station has a VEC center. We will also ensure that even JMPD deals with VEC as a VEC, because you find that JMPD as police, but they cannot arrest. And we are saying when they have that, they will be able to assist. We also believe that the issue of having our women within relationships where they are not happy is also a problem. And the justice system is not dealing with it accordingly. You get to the police station and they tell you that you have had domestic violence. And it's not that it is domestic violence. Some of us are unemployed. We need to be empowered so that we are able to walk away from these relationships. We remain there because we depend on these men.
Thank you. All right, I'll take one question and then we're gonna go online to the questions from SIPO. There's a couple of questions. We need to engage the audience, the online audience. So we're gonna need to give them a chance. There is a gentleman who's wearing some camouflage here. I'm not sure whether, all right.
There was a coke hand there.
I
saw you.
No, everyone will get a chance.
No, you always forget.
Hope do not.
No. All right, sir.
Greetings. My name is Chisale Benjamin from Aljuma.
Yeah.
The question is posed at the mayoral candidate of Aljuma, Councillor Ahmad. Councillor, can you please briefly answer this? How are you going to deliver parcels of land under rapid land release and mega housing development projects, starting from Frankenwald and all other pieces and parcels of land, earmarking on the story that is untold as you delivered Southern Farms?
Thank you. Can we have an answer?
Thank you very much. I think you have given away the answer. Indeed, I've delivered Southern Farm through the access that we have as Aljama in government institution. And we've also delivered the Lanceria through the department, which are both mega programs. So thank you very much. You've given away the answer. We have committed to delivery. Thank you.
All right. Next question. There's a COPE gentleman at the back. There's a COPE gentleman. Are you guys coping? All right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you. ANC Relax, I don't have a question for you. You failed for the last, 27 years. Yes, I just want to know from COPE, MMC, Tom Mufukeng, I've got a question. How are you going to deal with corruption in SAPS? Secondly, the border gates, there's a lot of illegal immigrants. How are you going to deal with them? Thank you.
That question, is it within the mandate of this discussion? The question is, how are you going to deal with corruption in SAPS? Oh, okay. Sir, can you please answer the question?
Program Director, we believe that as much as SAPC is not in the competence of the local government, but we also yes, I'm talking SAPS. That's what I'm talking about. It's not in the competence of local government, but when it comes to policing, we believe that we have to incorporate everybody, including the private security companies, to be given power to be able to help the JPMDs. JPMD has to. JMPD has to be given, they have to be given the powers, to fight both corruption and make sure that they also help with the bylaws, where we actually find most of the people making mistakes. They have to help them.
Thank you. Law for all.
Thank you, Ko.
Yes. Sir, thank you. Where's the mic? I think now we are, after this question, we have to go online and get the questions from SIPO, but there's still the panelist from ACDP who was not able to connect. So we also need to get him to say something for 2 minutes. All right, sir.
My apologies for coming here to listen to everybody.
Yes.
And find very little from most of them. I just want to ask this question because many people are campaigning to be opposition parties. I just want to know the one that is ruling. I just want to know because many are fighting to be opposition. Am I getting the attention?
No. I think she's just had some news of somebody that's passed on. So she did not listen properly to the question. Can you just repeat your question, sir?
Can she be replaced?
Eh?
Can she be replaced?
Okay. It's fine. No, she says she's fine. Okay. She says she's fine.
Thank you so much. I just wanted to say that how, as the ruling party with experience of governing, and now having taken over government again, how are you going to resuscitate those programs that we used to have, that communities are starting to fix the streets themselves?
Thank you.
The shops in the communities, like the bakeries and others, how are you going to place them back into the agenda so that at least people can start to benefit, so that we eliminate as far as possible tenders to bigger companies? Thank you.
All right. So, Councillor Nfikwe, if you are in a good state to answer, you can answer. Otherwise, there is somebody who's standing by who can assist.
No, thank you very much. Yeah, no, it's fine. We just lost one of our own. Now, and it's just, just devastating news. Look, we had resuscitated the bakery program. Council has resuscitated them, that we must re-implement that after the accidental mayor had cancelled them. We believed that through the bakeries, we were creating healthy communities. So as part of our clarion call on the creation of healthy communities, that bread was going to assist, including dealing with the bread cartel. The bakeries that all of us are buying bread from, who were competing for prices and robbing our communities. That's one. Number two, with other programs of ensuring that our communities participate in the economic development in their own areas, we had resuscitated the Josie at Work program. Accidental mayor had said it's a vanity program, when that program was actually meant to empower women and young women and young SMM is through the formation of NGOs. So for us, it was important that communities would actively participate in resolving their own service delivery issues and taking away from your big companies. Part of the resolutions that we've taken, and the accidental mayor also had issues with, was that tenders must be made opened and made public.
Thank you, Councillor Mfikwe.
Thank you.
Thank you. Condolences. It's never good to hear news of somebody who has passed. So irrespective of which party the person comes from, it's never good news. Sipo, are you ready to...
Greetings, Dr. Nyati. Greetings to everybody. Can you hear me, Doc? You can just nod for me if you hear me. Okay, brilliant. Thank you and good evening to all. And good evening, Madam Speaker, and to all the honorable guests that are there. The first question that comes from online comes from Judy Chabalala. She says, my name is Judith Chabalala. I want to ask the ANC, what is the plan to deal with corruption? Electricity supply is unsustainable, and to make sure that residents pay for services. And lastly, how will they deal with the matter of youth unemployment? The next question comes once again on Facebook, comes from the Ahmed Kathrada Foundation. They say here that our plea is to restore knowledge and education back to the community of Lehigh. Lehigh has gone unheard, and we are calling for you to make a change by signing an open letter. They've posted an open letter, and in fact, they are running a hashtag that says Lehigh Library must be open. Irfan Mangera says the speaker needs to do more in holding failing councillors to account. We want people fired for their failure to serve the interest of their communities. No more politicking, protecting party interests. Anyone who is failing must be held accountable. He goes on to say promises are useless if the officers who must hold representatives to account don't do their jobs. All parties in the city must be held accountable for the failure of opening of the Lehigh Library. There is clearly no oversight. I think I will stop there for now, Doc. There are comments on the chat. If you allow me, I'll come back and read more comments. Thank you, Doc.
As people answer questions, they must also make their closing remarks because they may not have an opportunity to, come back and say something again. So the first question was directed to, I think, the ANC. Yeah, it was a question around corruption. What are you going to do to make sure that there's no more corruption? And number two, the issues around electricity supply across the city.
Okay, thank you very much. And let's appreciate the online viewers. They are a critical stakeholder as well. And we appreciate the comments coming from them. Firstly, on the electricity issue, after many years of engaging with ESCOM, the leadership of the ANC in council agreed for the council to take over the supply of electricity. As a result, an MOU was signed with ESCOM that allows Joburg to take over the supply of electricity from ESCOM. Shapamatso, how?
All right. Corruption.
So we're working at ensuring that in the next few months, electricity supply will be done by the city, which is a good thing for our customers. Also, and Doc, we need to make an appeal to our communities to pay for services. Consumption without payment is not going to assist us. On corruption, we are very clear. Those who are found to have participated in any form of corruption, the law enforcement must deal with them without fear and without favor. We as the ANC are not going to compromise on that. It is taking away from our communities what needs to ensure that they get services from. So law enforcement must play its role.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. There was a question from the Ahmed Kathrada Foundation, but I wasn't sure who it was directed to. It was a comment. Okay. There is a letter, that has been sent to many parties. All right, let's take another question. Is there any other, question? There is the Lehigh Library, yeah.
Thank you, facilitator. The Lehigh Library will be opened within the next week. We've had problems with the occupational certificate, but that has been sorted. We are going to open up that facility as the City of Johannesburg. So I think we have answered the letter, we have signed it. Myself and the mayor has signed the letter. So we are dealing with that one.
Thank you very much. Thank you, MMC. Yeah, thank you very much. I think what we needed is to know whether there is something happening, because it seems to be an issue. All right. All right. All right. Quickly, Patriotic Alliance.
Good evening, everybody. My question is to Councillor Ashley Sauce the first. Since you are having this mayoral sleepover campaign, what effect or what is the impact on the residents of the City of Johannesburg? How is it changing, or how do you understand what we are going through as the residents of the City of Joburg? I thank you.
Thank you for that question. Sleeping at different people's homes has made me realize that all the things that we're doing here, prepared speeches, scripted responses, doesn't speak to the daily realities of our people. I slept at Mele Dwaba's house in Ghostown, Diepkloof. Her husband is a legendary playwright. He's given his life to the struggle. But Mele Dwaba is living in his grandmother's house, and she's still using a toilet outside. I slept in Westbury, and I met a wheelchair-ridden mommy who was without water for 4 months. Last night I slept in Alex.
All right, continue, sir. We don't have much time.
Now, it's simple, and it just shows you how we've become so hallucinated by what politics has done, that I tell you the real story. I was in Alex. I slept in Alex yesterday. 13 billion is supposed to have been injected into the ARP. 16 was intended, but 13 was given. And what has happened is, when you walk there, people are living on drains. Rats are right next to the beds of people.
All right, sir. I think your 1 minute is up. Your 1 minute is up, sir.
Only the PA can do that, because we are restoring the heart of politics.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Right. There's a party where there hasn't been a question. I think the fellow doctor, I must ask her a question myself. Doc. All right. At some point, you guys were leading a coalition that was governing this city. A lot of things were done and certain things were not done. Certain things that had been done were stopped because they were vanity or allegedly vanity. All right? So if you get a chance now, what would you do differently?
Salute, Doc. Salute.
There's a lot that we need to do differently. I think first we've learned a very hard lesson that unstable coalitions lead to an unstable city. We've had 4 administrations in one term in Johannesburg.
Okay, can we give a chance quickly, Doc?
Thank you very much for that. So we would like to get an outright majority to give Johannesburg a fair chance at a DA government that has been proven to work everywhere else where we govern. 5 full years to turn Joburg around. Our city is now broken. That's the first thing. Secondly, we need to get governance right. There's a lot of structural issues in Johannesburg that impede service delivery. We don't know how to govern transversely. A lot of the problems that we're sitting with require more than one department to resolve. And as soon as that happens, we lack the ability to coordinate functions at a central level. And that's what I will be bringing as the mayor, is I will be bringing the necessary coordination to make sure that departments and entities are working together towards resolving the issues of the city.
Thank you. All right, let me get a question from somebody who has not asked a question before. All right, no. Green beret. There's a green beret, right? All right, sir, please ask your question quickly.
Good evening. My name is Sibusiso. I'm from Aljama. My question goes back to EDA mayoral candidate. My question is just simple, Councillor. With what you have mentioned, especially back in 2018 regarding the issue of Israel, do you think you are the correct person to lead the city? That is one thing I just want to get clarity from. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Doc.
I'm definitely the best person to lead Johannesburg. Johannesburg is a diverse city. Johannesburg has inhabitants from just about everywhere in the world. As the city, our responsibility to drive social cohesion. It's not our responsibility to choose sides. We need to focus internally on the city of Johannesburg and make sure that all the residents of Johannesburg live peacefully and in unity, and that we build towards a common vision of a Johannesburg that's truly the economic hub of Africa. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, now the time is 10 minutes to 8. We need to be done at 8. So I'm going to give each one of the political parties 1 minute to wrap up. What is it that should make people vote for them? Just one thing. I don't want a story. One key message that should make people vote for you. All right, I'll start with EFF. One key message why people should vote for you.
Thanks very much, facilitator.
All right, please go ahead, fighter.
Unfortunately, I'm not good at singing. So I can't speak while other people are speaking.
We've done very well so far. Let's just give him a minute. Thank you.
Thanks very much. The residents of Johannesburg knows what the EFF has done since they came into the municipality in 2016. We all know, and all these parties that are here tonight, they know that they were implementing the EFF Manifesto since majority of the motions that were passed, carried, and implemented were suggested by the EFF in council and were implemented by the city of Johannesburg. Take, for example,
No, your minute is up, sir, now. Your minute is up, sir. Your minute is up. Thank you. All right, basically, he says they had a program, whoever came afterwards actually implemented what was started by them. Is that what you're saying, sir?
That's not what I'm saying, facilitator. I'm not saying people who came after us.
Okay.
We never. Can you please,
guys? Can you please make
my job
easy now?
It's not a shebeen. We're not in a shebeen here.
Ndate,
We're not in a shebeen here.
fighter, please. 15 more seconds, please wrap up, yeah?
Thanks very much.
Yes.
I'm not saying whoever came after.
Okay.
We never left the city of Johannesburg.
Okay.
We were giving our votes to the DA arrangement, and we suggested a lot of things that helped or benefited the community of Johannesburg.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Sir Aljama, you've got a minute. 1 minute.
Thank you.
Guys, guys, you guys. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. All right, thank you very much. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Well, no, but you are taking the time that was supposed to be taken by your parties.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you very
All
much.
right, sir. Despite the fact that your people took your time, I'm still giving you your minute.
I reserved my minute
Yeah.
previously. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mine is simple. As I indicated that we are committed to access to opportunity by tilting the scale. So we've demonstrated through the office, which I'm heading as MMC, we have delivered a Soweto strategic framework which will enhance and redress access to opportunities for the people of Soweto. We have launched a construction and infrastructure chamber in Soweto, which is it's led by the Soweto Chamber. And then we have, for people of Alex, we've delivered the Watt interchange, the Alex Safe Hub, the automotive, the Watt interchange, okay? And then we've delivered GT, which is GT is the Johannesburg International Transport Interchange.
Thank you. All right. Okay. Thank you. All right. IFP, your minute. Why should people vote for you?
But Aljama can't talk about IFP programs here.
Yes. Okay. Buwa Ndate, Buwa, 1 minute, IFP, why should people vote for you?
They are taking credits on our programs.
Hey,
Aljama.
that's politics.
Okay,
sir. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Thank you very much. I think IFP1, we have brought in stability in the private administrations, both the D administration and the NC administration. We brought in stability. Everyone knows that in Johannesburg. Secondly, we've got a very good track record where we govern with distinction. There's no corruption where we govern.
Hey guys, you're wasting time. Thank you.
The IFP then is able to deliver services without interruptions. We account to the public. We make sure that our systems are transparent.
Yeah.
In Johannesburg, everyone knows.
Sir, you're finishing your minute now.
No, but I'm saying everyone knows now in Johannesburg that there's Department of Housing because it's in the ground every day.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
But my minute is not finished.
No, it is actually, sir. It is.
No, can I see? Can I see?
You're finishing your time, Daddy. 1 minute is up. Okay, thank you. AIC, please. Why should people vote for AIC?
Okay. The AIC started off by saying we are not making promises.
Yes.
And we are not going to promise anything to anybody. But we are going to say to you, we will look at the social ills in our communities. We will also look at making sure there's no municipal corruption. And we will also deal with the wrong billing system.
Yeah.
As the AIC, we say, we are preparing people to take center stage in governance.
Thank you. Cope, your 1 minute. Why should people vote for Cope?
Thank you, Program Director. As COPE, we have done so well in the city. Since we are in government, we have been running the Department of Economic Development, and we have launched cooperatives all over Johannesburg, and we are still continuing even tomorrow. to strengthen young people to be part of that. But besides that, we are going to take the land that belongs to the municipality and turn it into the agricultural sites, and make sure that our people are part of the agriculture and they supply food to the community.
Thank you, Cope. All right, Patriotic Alliance. Patriotic Alliance, why should people vote for you? All right, guys, let's give him a chance. All right, guys. Please, let's respect Patriotic Alliance. Please, the floor is yours. Yeah. All right. All right, sir. Please speak 1 minute. Please. All right. All right. He can't sing, but he can talk. He can't sing, but he can talk. Let's allow him to talk.
Now, we know that your responses has been a directive from your party. You are not speaking for the people. The people appreciate the fact that I'm sleeping at their homes.
So, sir. Yeah.
As the Patriotic Alliance, we will continue to show genuine care. Those that promised better communities, look around you, your communities are not better. Those that currently promises to get things done only gets it done for certain people. Those that promises land and jobs has ensured that only the jobs that has been created goes to foreign nationals. And you feel like you are hopeless.
Thank you.
That's the reason why you must vote PA.
Thank you, Patriotic Alliance.
Are the last hope.
Thank you. All right. All right. Thank you. All right. Okay, DA. All right. 1 minute for DA. Why should... All right. Why should people vote? Why should people vote for DA to govern this city? Guys, can we respect them, please? All right. But anyway, can we just give them a minute to tell the people of this city why should DA be given a chance to govern? Guys, please, can we respect everybody? Thank you. Guys, I think let's be respectful. All right, we have done very well so far. We've got very different, views on so many things, but we are here because we believe that, South Africa is bigger than all of us. The city is bigger than all of us, and we need to work together. So please, DA.
We have a city to build, and the Democratic Alliance wants to give Johannesburg 5 years of a DA majority government. May I please be protected, Program Director. I've been very patient. We don't have time. We all want to go home. Thank you very much. Program Director, may I please be protected? I'm not going to speak over the people. Please.
Some of this now is starting to sound like a bit of patriarchy and other things. Guys, can we just allow this lady to talk? All right. We have a lot of differences in here, but this is not the place to, harass and victimize people. Let's give the lady a chance to talk.
It's these rallies you are bringing to meetings.
Okay. All right. Doc, you've got 30 seconds.
No, I don't have 30 seconds. I have a minute. I was never allowed to speak, Program Director. I was not allowed to speak. Please be fair. My minute starts now. Thank you.
Hey.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Democratic Alliance governs well. It's the only party in this country that knows how to govern. Ratings Africa says the top 5 municipalities in South Africa are DER-run municipalities. The lowest unemployment rate in this country is in DER-run Western Cape. Stats Africa says the DER-run Western Cape municipalities rank number 1 in terms of water, electricity, sanitation, and solid waste management provision in this country. The Auditor General says the number 1 municipality in Gauteng is DER-run Midvaal, and the best run municipalities in this country are DER-run municipalities. That's the DER brand of good governance that we want to bring to Johannesburg, and we will bring it after the 1st of November.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you. All right. All right. Councillor Mfigwe. Councillor Mfigwe, you are the incumbent in a coalition. And obviously people will always remember the things that are happening now. All right, as an incumbent in a coalition with many other parties. Now you are looking to govern this city again. What is it that you are going to do differently?
Thank you very much. I guess, hello?
Please, guys, we gave everybody a chance. Let's give her a chance.
Thank you very much. Councillor Palaz, I guess the people of Mitchell's Plain and Manenberg will tell a different story about the good governance of the DA. The ANC continues to strive to building a better life for our communities. So we are saying we are going to strive still together with our communities to build better communities, as well as we work at building a better Johannesburg. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. Go. Okay, so my time is up, so the speaker is going to come and make closing remarks. Thank you very much. It was not easy to manage the crowd.
The meeting is not yet over. Can we please be tolerant? Can we give Dr. Nyati a big round of applause? I think Dr. Nyati must change the career and become a politician. He says it was a hot seat. He says he doesn't know how Dr. Palazzi cope with politics. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to thank our panelists. Thank you so much. You've done very, very well in empowering our communities on your manifestos. I think the communities are now empowered. They know what you are up to and what is it that you are going to do. Allow me once more to thank Dr. Nyati for having facilitated this session and also for having been the partner of the City of Johannesburg throughout since we started with these sessions. Allow me to thank all the political parties that have came through, all of you physically here, we appreciate you. Those who are connected online, thank you very much. And thank you very much for the comments and the questions you have asked, because these questions are going to shape Johannesburg going forward. So we really appreciate you. They are going to make sure that the party that is going to win and govern Johannesburg is actually implementing and thinking of the questions you have asked and the comments you have made. Let me also thank the staff, both from the Office of the Speaker and also the Office of Dr. Nyati, who have been working behind the scenes in making sure that these shows are a success and that our communities are empowered and our communities do engage with the City of Johannesburg. Thank you very much to the staff. They are not normally appreciated, because we say, why do you have to thank the fish for swimming?
but they have really done very well in making sure that we are audible, we are connected to our communities, and these sessions do take place. Thank you very much to the citizens of Johannesburg, all of us, starting from the 30th and the 31st of October, special votes. Please turn out, go and vote if you have registered for special vote. On the 1st of November, please go in numbers as citizens of Johannesburg and vote for the party of your choice, the party that will govern this city. You have heard from the parties, from the manifestos, the vote is your right. It is your democratic right as a citizen to vote. Please go and vote. Local government is at the coalface of service delivery. Local government is an important sphere of government. Please make sure that you vote in these local government elections. With that said, on my side, thank you very much for having supported my show throughout, for having supported the Speaker of Council in making sure that public participation is realized, civic education is realized. We really appreciate you. With those words, have a good night.
And vote ANC.